Libra, come closer for a moment. There is something moving around you this December, something quiet, something subtle, something that does not speak with words, but with pulls, pauses, and uncomfortable whispers in your spirit. You felt it, haven't you? A strange heaviness when you think of certain places, a silent hesitation when someone invites you somewhere, a tightening in your chest when your mind drifts back to an environment you no longer feel safe in. This is not coincidence. This is not anxiety. This is guidance. Because Libra, sometimes the greatest danger is not a person approaching you, but a place that your spirit has already outgrown. There are places that once felt familiar, but now feel strangely misaligned. Places where your energy no longer fits the walls. Places where your presence feels dim instead of bright. Places where something inside you gently says, "Not this time." And if you've been sensing that, it's because God, the universe, and every unseen force assigned to your life has been whispering the same warning over your path. Do not go there. Not again. December is a month of spiritual openings and hidden shifts. Blessings gather quietly around you, breakthroughs take shape behind the scenes, alignment begins forming in silence. But the wrong environment, even for a moment, can drain you, distract you, or delay what is meant for you. You have walked through too much inner growth, too many silent lessons, too many nights of picking yourself back up to lose momentum now. This message is not here to frighten you. It is not here to control you. It is not here to limit you. It is here to protect you. It is here to prepare you. It is here to position you for the blessing that is slowly unfolding with your name written across it. Before we continue, speak this into the atmosphere. Not for me, but for your own alignment. I choose alignment this December. Comment it below. Let your spirit declare what your mind is ready to receive. Let your energy choose clarity over confusion. Because Libra, there are 5 places your soul must avoid at all costs this December. Not because you are fragile, not because you are fearful, but because you are rising, and rising souls cannot return to shrinking spaces. Stay with me until the end. The 5th place is the most important, the one that, if avoided, will shift the direction of your entire month and open a path you did not see coming. The 1st place, the room where you shrink. Libra, there are rooms in your life that look harmless on the outside, but the moment you enter them, something inside you becomes smaller. Your shoulders tense, your voice softens, your ideas feel too loud for that space. Your presence feels like it takes up too much room, even though you are only being yourself. These rooms are not physical places alone. They are emotional atmospheres. They are spiritual traps disguised as familiar spaces. Maybe it's a house where the air always feels heavy, even when everyone is silent. Maybe it's a group of people who never ask how you are, yet you always pour into them. Maybe it's an old environment where people treat you like the version you fought so hard to outgrow. And each time you enter, your spirit whispers, "Why do I feel smaller here?" December is not the month to ignore that feeling. This month carries a deep emotional current. It pushes your spirit toward renewal, rest, and alignment. Anything and anyone that forces you to shrink will interfere with the transformation preparing itself inside you. Think back for a moment. Remember a recent time when you walked into a place and your energy dropped instantly. You didn't need anyone to say a word. The atmosphere did the talking. Your chest tightened. Your thoughts grew cloudy. You felt unsure of yourself for no reason. And when you left, you felt emptier than when you arrived. That reaction was not random. It was your spirit recognizing an environment that cannot hold the new version of you. Because Libra, you have outgrown some rooms. You have outgrown the rooms where you become the quiet observer while others dominate the energy. You have outgrown the rooms where your wisdom is ignored, but your presence is expected. You have outgrown the rooms where you are the comforter, the advisor, the calm one, yet no one ever pours anything back into you. You have even outgrown the rooms where people pretend to know you, but only know who you used to be. This December, you must avoid the spaces where you feel like you have to apologize for existing, even in subtle ways. Do not enter rooms where, Your kindness is used, not valued. Your intuition is questioned. Your strength is seen as a threat. Your dreams make people uncomfortable. Your silence is taken as weakness. These places may look familiar, but they are no longer aligned with your spirit. Your energy is expanding. Your inner world is widening. Your soul is stepping into a brighter version of itself. And environments that require you to shrink will only interrupt what life is building within you. Remember this truth. Shrinking to fit into small places is how powerful people lose themselves. And you, Libra, are not meant to lose yourself this December. You are meant to elevate. So avoid any room where you feel misunderstood, muted, dismissed, or unseen. Avoid the spaces where your greatness is labeled as too much, your compassion is taken advantage of, and your intuition is pushed aside. Your spirit cannot breathe in those environments, and anything that suffocates your spirit must not follow you into the final month of this year. This December, walk only into places where your soul can expand freely, your voice can rise naturally, and your presence feels welcomed, not tolerated. This is the month you stop shrinking and start standing in your true size. The second place. The space where old wounds are waiting. Libra. December is a month that doesn't just arrive quietly. It arrives carrying echoes. Echoes of memories you thought you buried, echoes of moments you learned to survive, echoes of people you once gave pieces of your heart to. Some memories feel soft and warm, but others hold the weight of everything you had to heal from. This month, there is a space your spirit must not enter. The space that pulls you back into the person you were before your healing began. You know the space I'm talking about. For some Libras, it's a childhood room where old arguments, old disappointments, old versions of yourself still linger in the walls. For others, it's a certain neighborhood that brings back the taste of heartbreak, the smell of past mistakes, or the memory of staying where you were not valued. And for many of you, it isn't a physical place at all. It is a digital one. A name on your phone, a chat you haven't opened in months, a picture, a message thread, a notification that carries both curiosity and pain. These places carry emotional fingerprints. The moment you step toward them, your peace begins to tremble. Have you ever visited a place from your past and felt your heart drop without warning? You walked in with confidence, but within seconds your chest grew tight. The air felt heavy. Your thoughts became scattered, as if the room itself remembered every wound you tried to heal. That is the power of environments that hold your old pain. They do not need to speak to hurt you. They hurt you by awakening who you used to be. And Libra, this December, that space will try to call you back. It may not be loud, it may not be obvious, it may show up as a sudden memory that feels too vivid. A random urge to check on something. A moment of loneliness that tempts you to revisit the past. A thought that whispers, maybe it won't hurt this time. But understand this clearly. What you healed from still lives there. And going back will not give you answers. It will only reopen the wounds you closed with so much effort. You are not meant to return to a place where your heart was always afraid. You are not meant to return to a space that left you questioning your value. You are not meant to return to an environment that made you feel replaceable, invisible, or unworthy. Returning will disrupt the emotional balance you worked so hard to rebuild this year. Returning invites the same patterns you finally broke free from. Returning brings back old versions of yourself that you promised never to become again. Your healing was not accidental. It was a long, painful, sacred process. Do not let December nostalgia trick you into thinking you owe your past another chance. You don't. Libra, your spirit is moving forward. Your heart is preparing for new chapters, new people, new lessons, new joy. Going back is not part of that journey. Avoid the space where old wounds wait in silence. Avoid the place where your heart shrinks, your confidence fades, and your strength feels distant. Your healing must not be undone by revisiting what your spirit has already outgrown. This December, choose peace over familiarity. Choose growth over memory. Choose your future over your past. The third place, anywhere you must prove your worth. Libra. There is a kind of place that looks normal on the outside, but is spiritually draining on the inside. A place where you feel the need to earn every bit of respect, every ounce of love, every moment of being seen. And the truth is, you have spent too much of your life proving yourself, proving your heart is genuine, proving your intentions are pure, proving you are loyal, proving you are deserving of the same care you give freely. But this December carries a different kind of energy around you. It is guiding you into a season where your worth must be recognized the moment you show up, not after you explain, justify, or defend yourself. So avoid any place where you feel pressured to convince people that you are good enough, that your feelings matter, that your boundaries are reasonable, that your dreams are not too big, that you deserve basic respect. These places may not raise their voices, but they exhaust your spirit in quiet ways. They drain you by making you second-guess your value. They weaken you by forcing you to shrink yourself just to make others comfortable. They keep you stuck in emotional loops where you repeat your truth over and over to people who never listen with honest hearts. Libra, you were not created to live your life like an audition. You do not have to perform to be accepted. You do not have to minimize your personality so others do not feel threatened by it. You do not have to pretend to be less wise, less sensitive, or less powerful, just to fit into a room that was never meant for you. You must not enter spaces where your spirit feels like it is competing for a seat at the table. If a room requires you to constantly explain why you matter, that room is too small for your destiny. This December, something within you is shifting. You are moving from earning love to being loved naturally. You are moving from chasing validation to standing in quiet confidence. You are moving from proving your value to simply being valued. Walk away, calmly, confidently, from any place where your presence is tolerated but never appreciated. Your contributions are used but never acknowledged. Your softness is mistaken for fragility. Your loyalty is expected but never returned. Your boundaries are questioned instead of respected. If a space cannot recognize your worth without making you jump through emotional hoops, then that space is not aligned with who you are becoming. Libra, listen to his truth deeply. You cannot rise in places that refuse to see you, and you cannot shine in rooms that benefit from dimming your light. December is a turning point. The more you honor your worth, the more life will bring people and opportunities that mirror that worth back to you. This is the month you step out of proving mode and step into receiving mode. This is the month you stop forcing doors and start allowing your spirit to guide you toward the spaces where you belong naturally. Avoid anywhere that makes you feel invisible, not because you lack value, but because they lack vision. The fourth place, the path that leads back to a closed door. Libra, there is a door in your life that did not close gently. It closed with weight, with emotion, with truth. You felt the shift the moment it happened. You sensed the ending long before the goodbye arrived. You may have cried, you may have questioned, but deep in your spirit, you knew the chapter was finished. Some endings do not need permission. They happen because your soul outgrew the story. And yet, December has a way of stirring old memories, old emotions, old attachments, old versions of you that once longed for what no longer fits. This is a nostalgic month, a reflective month, a month where the heart looks backward even while life wants you to move forward. But nostalgia is tricky. It can disguise itself as hope. It can make a closed door look unfinished. It can make a painful season look softer than it truly was. Libra, you must avoid any path this December that tries to pull you back toward a door that God, the universe, or your higher self has already sealed shut. This includes trying to revive a connection you already healed from, returning to someone who drained your joy and left you empty, re-entering conversations with people who never offered clarity, seeking closure where life already gave you answers, revisiting a place where your spirit was constantly unsettled. The past can feel familiar, but familiar does not mean safe. Familiar does not mean aligned. Familiar does not mean meant for you. Going back will not bring peace. It will not bring closure. It will not rewrite the story in your favor. It will only bring the same lesson, but this time it will be louder, heavier, harder to ignore. Your spirit is being redirected this month. You may feel sudden distance from certain people. You may feel uninterested in old habits. You may feel a quiet push to step into new spaces. This is not confusion, it is guidance. Going backward now will block the blessings moving toward you. It will delay the opportunities preparing to meet you. It will disturb the healing that finally settled in your heart. Life is preparing you for connections that do not require chasing. For people who understand your heart the first time, not only after losing you, not only after watching you walk away, not only after realizing your value too late. The door that closed was not a punishment. It was protection. It was a turning point. It was a shift that needed to happen so you could step into a future that matches your spirit, not your wounds. Avoid the path that leads back to what broke you. Avoid the urge to replay old stories. Avoid comforting memories that hide painful truths. The door that once hurt you to close is now the door that keeps you strong, safe, and aligned. This December, honor the closure you earned. Walk past that door without hesitation. Your future is not behind it. The fifth place, the environment where you ignore your intuition. Libra, out of every place you must avoid this December, this one stands above all the others. Because it doesn't look dangerous, it doesn't look dramatic, it doesn't look threatening. In fact, it often looks familiar, comfortable, and easy to walk into. But spiritually, it is the most costly place you can step into. The environment where you silence your intuition. This December, your intuition will not just be active, it will be unusually sharp. Sharper than your logic, sharper than your emotions, sharper than your understanding of a situation. You will feel things minutes before they happen. You will sense a person's intentions before they speak. You will notice energy shifts before anyone else sees them. You will catch subtle vibrations in the room that seem invisible to everyone around you. And when your intuition speaks, it will not scream. It will whisper, soft enough for you to hear, but quiet enough for you to dismiss if you're not paying attention. Think about the moments in your life when something inside you said, "Don't trust this. Don't go there. Now is not the right time. This conversation doesn't feel right. This invitation feels wrong. This person's energy is strange." Your body reacted before your mind could explain why. Your spirit sensed danger before your thoughts could interpret it. But how many times, Libra, have you talked yourself out of those warnings? How many times have you forced yourself to stay in a place that your intuition begged you to leave? How many times have you ignored signals because you didn't want to offend someone, or seem difficult, or appear overly sensitive? And how many times did those situations end exactly the way your intuition predicted? Your intuition has never lied to you, but your logic, your desire to be kind, fair, balanced, has talked you into ignoring what you felt. This December, that pattern cannot continue. Because ignoring your intuition now can lead to more than simple discomfort. It can lead to emotional harm, unexpected conflict, delays, drained energy, and missed opportunities that were meant for you. Your intuition this month is a protective shield. But a shield only works if you stay behind it. Pay attention to the signals. If your chest tightens the moment you enter a place, that is guidance. If your mood shifts without explanation, that is guidance. If your thoughts start racing or becoming unclear, that is guidance. If the energy around you feels heavy or unfamiliar, that is guidance. If your spirit whispers leave, that is not fear, that is alignment trying to save you. But when your intuition speaks, your mind often tries to respond for it. It's probably fine. I shouldn't take it so seriously. I'm being dramatic. They didn't mean harm. I don't want to disappoint anyone. Libra, those are not answers. Those are excuses. December is too spiritually sensitive for you to ignore what your inner world knows instantly. If a place feels off before you even walk in, trust the feeling. If your energy drops the moment you sit down somewhere, trust the reaction. If someone's presence makes your spirit uncomfortable even though they're smiling, trust the discomfort. If a conversation feels wrong even though the words sound polite, trust the vibration beneath the words. Your intuition sees shadows your eyes cannot. It hears truth your ears cannot. It senses danger your logic refuses to recognize. In fact, your intuition is not just a sense. It is a form of spiritual intelligence. It gathers information from energy, tone, atmosphere, body language, silence, your past experiences, your emotional patterns, and divine guidance. Ignoring such intelligence because you want to be polite or accommodating is how you walk into situations you were meant to avoid completely. This December, you must protect your peace by respecting your intuition's first reaction, not the explanation you try to give afterward. Your intuition says no long before your mind tries to say maybe. Listen to the first voice. It is the purest one. And avoid environments where your intuition becomes cloudy, where your inner voice goes quiet, where your spiritual awareness feels blocked. These are signs of misalignment, places not meant for you. Because any environment that silences your intuition will eventually silence your spirit. And when your spirit is silent, your direction becomes unclear. You cannot afford unclear direction this December. You cannot afford to waste energy. You cannot afford to walk into emotional traps disguised as harmless invitations. Your intuition is your compass now. Let it guide every step. Trust it even when you cannot explain it. Follow it even when it doesn't make sense to others. Honor it even when you feel unsure. It is not there to confuse you. It is there to protect you, redirect you, and prepare you. Avoid the environments where your inner voice stops speaking. Because your intuition is not just a feeling. It is your spiritual lifeline this month, and it will lead you exactly where you need to be. Libra, December is not arriving in your life as a simple ending of a calendar page. It is arriving as a spiritual checkpoint, a moment where life pauses just long enough for you to look at what you have carried this year and decide what should never follow you into the next one. It is a month that asks honest questions. A month that reveals quiet truths. A month that shows you, gently but clearly, what is helping you rise and what has been silently holding you back. You are not avoiding these places out of fear. Fear weakens the soul, but what you are doing now strengthens it. You are avoiding them because your spirit is preparing for something bigger, something lighter, something more aligned with who you are becoming. Your soul is not shrinking this month. It is expanding. And expansion always requires letting go of what cannot grow with you. You are stepping into clearer intuition, where you will understand your emotions faster and begin trusting your inner voice with more confidence. You are stepping under divine protection, where situations that once overwhelmed you will now fall away before they even reach you. You are stepping into emotional maturity, where your reactions become calm, your choices become wiser, and your heart becomes more selective. You are stepping into new opportunities, doors you did not see before, paths you did not expect, blessings that find you because you finally stopped walking into places that were draining your strength. You are stepping into healthier relationships, connections that feel safe, honest, gentle, and spiritually aligned with the version of you that has survived, learned, and grown. And most importantly, you are stepping into a stronger sense of self. You will begin to trust your worth more. You will stop explaining yourself to people who refuse to understand. You will stand taller in your truth, no longer bending to fit into places that were never meant for your spirit. Libra, you are not losing anything by avoiding these places. You are preserving your future. You are protecting your peace. You are choosing the kind of life that honors your growth rather than threatens it. Sometimes stepping away is the greatest act of strength. Sometimes silence is the loudest declaration of self-love. Sometimes choosing yourself is the most spiritual decision you can make. If this message touched something inside you, if it awakened clarity, softened your heart, or reminded you of your power, comment below. I choose alignment this December. Let this be your declaration. Let it anchor your intention. Let it open the path you deserve. Libra, thank you for spending this time with me. Stay grounded. Your peace depends on it. Stay awakened. Your intuition is speaking louder now. Stay aligned. Your destiny is pulling you forward with purpose. And if you want more spiritually guided messages like this, make sure to subscribe and continue this journey of clarity, strength, and divine timing. Your December will not break you. It will prepare you, shape you, guide you, and lead you toward the life waiting just beyond this moment. Until next time, Libra, stay protected, stay aware, and trust what your spirit already knows.